Okay, welcome to class. We're going to be using the advanced word features in Word, and we're going to be working out of the Shelley Cashman series, Microsoft Office, Chapter 4, creating a document and title pages, table chart, and watermark. So out of this lesson, you should be able to border and shade a paragraph, insert and format a smart art graphic, insert a watermark, insert a section break, insert a document in a document, insert header and footers, modify and format a word table, some columns in a table, create a chart from a word table, add a picture bullets to a list, create and apply character style, and also learn how to draw a table. So getting started, we are going to be looking at creating the document with a title page, table, chart, and watermark. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working with a proposal. Now, a proposal generally is one of three types, either a sales, research, or planning. A sales proposal sells an idea. A research proposal usually requests funding for a research project. And a planning proposal offers a solution to a problem or improvements to a situation. Our project is actually going to be a sales proposal, and it's going to be a charity auction proposal that we are going to generate from scratch. So we're going to be looking at building our Word pages in the Word 2010, and we're going to be looking at creating a title slide, saving the title slide or page, inserting the draft of the body of the sales proposal, editing and enhancing the draft, saving the sales proposal. And we won't be printing in class, but we will be using the print preview command to look at the proposal in itself. So I'm going to go ahead and save this document so we have it later for future use. And this is going to be Chapter 4, Word Chapter 4. And I'm just going to name it Introduction. Okay. So I'm going to close this out and get you to start Microsoft Word. Now with Word, we have a self-help site that I will talk about later. This is called Learn It Online, and I will give you the URL for the site. But each chapter that we cover will have some extra activities that we can work on in Word. So we're going to start our Word program by going to the Start button, Microsoft Word. And we are going to start with a blank Word document. Remember, your minimize button is right here, your maximize button is right here, and your close button is right here. So if I minimize my document, it will go down to my taskbar and rest there for a bit. So we're going to turn on our formatting marks in our document, and we're going to create the title page. Now this title page is a different type of title page than what you've done for your MLA reports. Remember, reports have different formatted standards of writing. We are looking more at a business or a type of proposal that we can use a title page that will use graphic arts to enhance our project. So we're going to be creating our title page. The first thing we're going to do is change our theme color. So in Microsoft Word, you have a bunch of Word documents that you can change your theme color. So we're going to click on the Change Styles button, and here is our Styles group right here. So you can see Styles. And we're going to click this button that says Change Styles. And in that Change Styles button, we're going to go to Colors, and we're going to try to find the Verve, V-E-R-V-E, color scheme. That is our theme color that we are going to use. And if you notice, our styles group had changed with the different formats of the colors. And then we're going to format our characters. The title and the sales proposal should use a large font and easy to read. That can be the focal point on the page. We're going to use Calibri, which we're already defaulted on. And then we're going to use 50 points. So we're going to change our point size to 50. I do not see a 50 right here. But the nice thing about words is that just because the number does not show on my drop-down list does not mean I can't use it. So I'm going to highlight and type in the number 50 and hit enter. And that is going to give me the 50 points. We're going to click on the center button to center our title. We're going to choose the drop-down arrow font, and our default was Calibri, and now we're going to choose the TWCENT MT Condense. So fonts are listed in alphabetical order. I'm just scrolling down to TWCMT Condense Extra Bold. And since I'm not seeing it, this tells me that our font categories files have not fully been loaded. So that is fine. We're going to stick with Calibri. Sometimes you will be requested to use a specific font. If it's not in your drop-down list, that's because it is not in your font library. And that means that the font has not been loaded when the install process was done on the software. So we're just going to go ahead and use Calibri. We're going to type the words charity auction. And with the insertion point in the paragraph to the border, click the Borders button arrow on the Home tab to display the border gallery. Now this is my Borders button right here, and right now it's defaulted for bottom borders. So I'm going to click that button to display my Borders and Shading gallery. This is my dialog box for my borders, and I'm actually going to click the Border and Shading in the Borders gallery to display this box. We're going to click the box in the setting area. So right here is box. We'll click that. And then click the width area box to 6 points. So here's my width, and I'm going to click 6 points. Once when I have the width mark clicked around the box, we're going to click the color, and then we're going to choose the 50% gray text 2, which is the fourth color in the first row. So fourth color, and if I highlight over it, I should get 50% gray text 2. And I'm not seeing the 50% gray text 2, so I'm going to go this way. 50% gray text 2. That is the color. So this is my row, fourth color in that row. We're going to choose that color. Now the purpose of the preview area in this box is to show me what kind of preview we are going to get around our text. It also allows me to show the on-off buttons for the borders in my text. So this is my top border, I can turn it on and off. This is my left border, I can turn that on and off, and so forth. So the preview area is really important when you're looking at your border. So we have a gray, light gray border with 6 points in our preview area, and we're going to click OK, and that should give us a light gray border around our words charity auction. We can go ahead and select our words, and either using the Control B on a Windows or Command B on a Mac, or click the bold for the bold on our keyboard. And then we're also going to choose our fill bucket, which is our shading. So here's our fill bucket right here, and this is our shading. We're going to point to pink accent 2, darker 25, the 6th color in the 5th row. And as I hover over these, I should be able to see my colors. And sometimes they're not all that clear. So pink accent 2, darker 25, and that's what we're going to choose there. Okay. Why did the checks change colors to white from black? If I click on here, I can see my text color doesn't show that it's red here, but it's white. So why does it change? Well, Word has a feature that actually allows the contrast to happen when you're formatting a background. And actually what we did was format this paragraph, even though it's not like a normal paragraph we think of, but it formatted the background of the paragraph to that darker pink shade, and so it picked the white text to contrast that. Okay, if your rulers are not showing on your horizontal or your vertical bars, you need to go to View, Rulers, and here's your check mark box for the rulers, and you need to make sure that is checked. So we want our rulers to be showing. On our page layout and the ribbon to display the page layout tab, we are going to put the insertion point in the paragraph to indent. Click the indent left button and the up arrow button. So we're going to put our insertion point right here, and we're going to click the up arrow button on indent so that it is 0.3 on the left, and then indent on the right, 0.3. So it's on the right, so that we can indent this border in our paragraph. And you can actually see the right indent and your left indent markers move over on the ruler as you do this. So now we're going to be done using our rulers, so we can uncheck the rulers if we want to have more room to work. I actually like to leave my rulers on, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it on. Okay, on our Home tab, we have a button that is called Clear Formatting. And all our formatting that we've done with the background, the white fonts, the Calibri size 50, the bold, is embedded in this line of the paragraph. So we need to position the insertion point at the end of line 1. And here's my end of line 1, not at the beginning. And we're going to double click out of there. So we double click out of the paragraph so that we get out of the bordered background. And we're going to click this Clear Formatting button and make sure that we're at the end of the row. So the Clear Formatting button goes back to our default formatting that we're actually at when we set our font, before we set the font. So now that we've done some formatting in our document, we need to save. And the good idea is always to save early and save often. So I want you guys to go to your File, Save As, go to your document window, and we're going to create a new folder right here. And we're going to call this Title Page. So this is going to be our charity auction title page. Now your teacher may ask you to save with your name on the end, which is always a good idea, so you can save with your name on the end. Okay, since we have the title on the title page, we're going to stop at this point, and we're going to actually save and close out our file. The next video will show how to insert your Smart Art graphics and continue working with the title page and the proposal itself.